All right, we got a post here. Arc Raiders is getting an update tomorrow, March 31st, less than 24 hours away. Excited about what's to come here, although I am still kind of feeling we need a big arc and a new map. But this hopefully will satiate our hunger until next month when that drops. Let's jump into Flashpoint update. Find the truth. Raider Celeste's radar is flooding with unknown signatures. Scouts are already scrambling to assess these new threats, and chatter in the tube suggests that you might have to abandon your usual tactics. TV ears, we're talking to you. Shredders are escaping containment. Novel laser-equipped Ark are sweeping the skies, and hulking, unarmed machines are making controlled landings across the grounds. Their hulls likely packed with salvageable resources. It won't be easy, but with some new shooters in your backpack, the taste for fresh loot. Ooh, who could refuse? All right, so sounds like we're getting new lootable items, new materials perhaps. We're getting new guns, and we're getting new arc and like a big machine. This unarmed machine sounds like it's something that should like I don't know, just squish you, just step on you or something. But I don't think that's what it is. Let's find out. Goes live March 31st. Arc Operation Close Scrutiny. What's that? Fast descent, controlled landing, a probe too large, seems to stay put. No clear sign of aggression. Well, not from the object anyway. The Arc patrols accompanying it are unprecedented. Celeste calls it an assessor. She wants to know what it's doing. Raiders want whatever it's holding. Two birds, one stone. Arc operations are now a new type of major map condition. The close scrutiny is certainly not for the faint of heart. There's less loot available around the map, but who knows what riches lie within the Arc Assessor. Bring your best gear and ready up for a fight. So this to me sounds like they're encouraging PvP action. If there's less loot on the map, that means less to share, less to go around, which means you want to be the only one standing to collect this new and fancy loot that's coming in on these assessors. So I'm kind of stoked about that. I kind of want to see how the PvE community wants to share this limited loot, or are they just going to go to other maps and ignore this altogether? Either way, I'm excited. I'm pumped to see what kind of new things will come with this map condition and what kind of aggression might come with it. New arc threat, the Vaporizer. Oh man, we just got this flaming firefly menace that's just torching my britches. And now you're telling me there's a laser mother effer coming in here just gonna pinpoint me and take me out? I already have enough problems, yo. Whatever the assessor is doing, it must be important. A new flying archetype has been spotted stalking the areas around the operation, already earning notoriety among raiders for its devastating laser attacks and idiosyncratic attack patterns. They call it the Vaporizer. Okay, so is this new arc only going to be available on that map condition? If there's no assessor, maybe there's no Vaporizer. That might limit its access, may limit the amount of damage it does to us. I know the fireflies are everywhere, so maybe this will be delegated like shredders once were, and might be opened up a little bit later down the line. We'll see. It looks slick. Like it's going to just snipe me from a ways. Okay, new weapons and items. The Kanto is a submachine gun that gives you a fighting chance against Arc in close quarter combat. Running on medium ammunition, this weapon keeps the machines and opportunistic raiders at arm's length. Okay, so I kind of hate the idea of this Kanto, to be honest. It seems like it's going to replace my favorite weapons, which are pistols. I love the Berletta. I love the Venator. I love my Anvil. So if this is kind of taking the spot of that because it shoots faster, more bullets, medium ammo, either I'm going to have to adapt or die. Okay, the Dolabra, pronunciation to be determined, gives raiders a new way to punch through arc armor plating in close range. This energy shotgun, well, that's all we need is a new shotgun that devastates everything. Features a variable focus allowing you to fire off wide burst or focused funnel of electricity. Head to the close scrutiny arc operation for the best chance of finding this blueprint. Okay, so a shotgun, an electric shotgun. I hope if you hit raiders with this shotgun, it just like, you know, when you get electrocuted. I hope that's what happens if you attack raiders with this, although it's only talking about arc armor plating close range. So we'll have to wait and see if they just like, and then you just pull out your canto and you're just could be a deadly combination. All right, surge coil. Better safe than sorry. Sometimes you need a peace of mind that nobody's going to sneak up on you while you otherwise are engaged. The surge coil is a deployable device that periodically electrifies its surroundings, shocking anything that drifts into its orbit. This makes me think the Hornet drive is going to be used for a surge coil, because the Hornet drive is the thing that shoots the electricity and kind of stuns everything. That would make sense to me that the Hornet is going to be needed to create these surge coils. And then a little bit of, you know, bits here and there. So pretty exciting. I don't know what other maybe new materials might be coming. Hopefully some other things might be coming down the pipe. But 2 new weapons are desperately needed. You know, switch up the meta maybe a little bit. Just give a little more options of what you see out there in the PvP, PvE world. So I'm excited about new weapons. Anytime they bring in new weapons, that's going to be fun and might lead to some major rebalancing along the way. New project. I'm not really interested in projects aside from you get some free loot. They're all pretty much the same as far as they have been in the past. Collect a random amalgamation of resources, unlocking, you know, page by page, and then you're left with, I don't know, a cutscene at the end. They always have a pretty good loot in them once you finish each section, but overall it's just a little something to do to keep you busy, and so hopefully it'll keep us busy until we get the new map. Scrappy feeding boost. Now this is going to be great. Anything that I can do to make my cock a little more beneficial to the world, that's what I'm all about. So let's see here. The bond to your raiding rooster has been deepened, and you can now increase the types of loot Scrappy collects by feeding him particular items. Okay, so we're gonna have to get our lemons, our apricots, our prickly pears, our mushrooms. Damn it, you can see it right on the plate. There's a mushroom right there on the plate. Oh no. Start saving your mushrooms, y'all. Out of gratitude, Scrappy will also drop you some more valuable items so long as you continue to feed him. What kind of more valuable items are we talking here? Are we talking like maybe the crafted stuff? You know, like level 1 crafting. Top side, you can do like bandages and some adrenaline. Maybe he'll start dropping some of that. Yeah, it's like one step up of basic raw materials. That's fine. Anything to vary Scrappy at this point, I'll invite that. I just don't want to have to feed him a continuous supply of mushrooms. That's going to get real old real fast. Spreading shredders. Now, I've heard this over the time that this was happening. It's official. Someone forgot to close Stellamonte's store on their way out. Stay sharp on Bluegate, Buried City, Spaceport, as well as Dam Battlegrounds during map conditions. Only during map conditions? The floating menace has been spotted all across the Rust Belt. Okay, so I didn't catch that before. During map conditions, so Cold Snap, Bird Town, whatever it's called, Night, and what's the other one? Hurricane? So maybe those are the only times. And now this new map condition coming out, the close scrutiny, maybe these are the only times you'll see shredders and not just the normal map condition. Okay, that's not as exciting. I was kind of hoping that they would just be everywhere all the time, just pelting you with their shoddy shells. But I'll take it. Crafting improvements. Okay, this is much needed. We know that crafting the perfect loadout takes time when sometimes you really want to be raiding. Absolutely. The more time you have to spend crafting, the less time you have to be raiding, and it is so annoying. That's why we're introducing some handy improvements to the crafting system, streamlining your time in Speranza. When crafting, raiders will now be able to fulfill missing materials directly, reducing time jumping between tabs. When materials are missing, raiders will be presented with a list of available resources or sources, letting you recycle, refine, or purchase in a single window. That is excellent. I mean, I don't know how many times I go to upgrade one of my weapons and I'm missing the one item that I need, and I have to go 3 windows over, find the thing, make it or buy it, then come all the way back, and then actually upgrade the weapon. This will streamline things so much better. Now, we just need some saved loadout slots so we can have our PvP loadout, our PvE loadout, our Stella Montez loadout compared to our Spaceport loadout. You know, we need at least half a dozen save slots for our loadouts so that we know exactly what we have. And if we don't have it, boom, now we can quick craft it so that we can just jump in and go lickety split. Come on, Arc Raiders. Come on, Embark. This is a great starting point. Let's go the full mile. Let's get some saved loadout slots. Please and thank you. Then we got some new bundles. I don't really buy many of these. Once in a while I do if I find something really cool. Anyway, as always, good luck up there, Raiders. The Arc Raiders team. All right, this sounds pretty good to me. I like everything that's coming out here. I'm just hoping for more and more and more because let's face it, the more we get, the more fun it's going to be. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I'll be sure to do more updates with Arc Raiders or more of what the community wants, quality of life changes that we desperately need. Thank you so much. I'm Cleaning Agent, and we will keep it clean.